Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be working with the Stick It Dan November 2020 double page sketch. And this is just a little peek of one of my albums, telling stories of days out with my family. And there's the sketch and the photos. So the way this layout works is that it is part of a bigger story, which is told over several single and double page layouts. And this one is just one of those. And accordingly, I have pre-prepared some papers that I'm thinking about using. These papers corresponding well with the other pages. And I know that I want to use the pink floral paper as well as the beige one with the little white text print on it, because these come from generic paper pads, which I have used on the other pages as well, so I know that these will be a good match. So I'm just arranging them on the cardstock background. And at this point I'm thinking about bringing the coral vellum in as suggested on the sketch, but I didn't really like it. I just didn't like the colour. I preferred the beige and the pink one. It is quite a muted background. For some reason I wasn't going to use a lot of bright colours, and the coral vellum was a bit too bright for my liking. And then I'm just arranging the photos. Now I have made some changes to the sketch this month. Some of the photos are of different orientation and different sizes than they are on the sketch. And I have replaced 2 of the photos with journaling cards. So I'm just shuffling the photos about to make the whole layout a bit more aesthetically pleasing. I did swap the vertical photo with the journaling card on the left hand side, because I just felt that when it was in the top row, it was just sticking out upwards too much, whereas it doesn't really matter at the bottom, because I know that I will be adding things to the right hand side, which will be about the same line as the photo, so I know that it's gonna be okay. And the journaling card in the top row is actually a much better fit. So I'm just using a Puffy Alpha to add to the card, and I'm just creating a bit of a title out of it. So this was the easy bit, and this is where the difficult bit starts. The embellishment pieces I have been using for this story on my other pages were from 2 Jen Hatfield collections, an older one which is Homemade, and then the brand new one which is The Avenue. So the embellishment pieces at the bottom of the screen are from the Homemade collection, and the ones on the right hand side are from the Avenue collection. The main aim here was to try and find a circular piece of embellishment, which first I thought that the one with the flowers on would be good. And I am also thinking about using the little key on the right hand side, the little bird at the bottom, and the dragonfly at the top left hand corner. The bird worked really, really well, but it was not in context, so I ended up deciding against it. I really like the dragonfly because that was very complementary to the pink floral background paper in colour. And I really wanted the key to work. And that's actually not a bad placement, but for some reason I didn't like it. So the reason I wanted that key to work is because the photo on the right hand side is the locked door of the kitchen garden of the venue we visited, and I was really sad that it wasn't open. So yeah, but it didn't work in the end, so I ended up not including the key. And then I'm just trialing out different bits and pieces from both collections, and just nothing seems to work. Some of the colours just didn't fit. Some of the colours weren't bold enough, so they didn't create enough contrast for them to be really be seen or visible. And one of my main issue with that circle piece at the bottom was the fact that when I tried to put an embellishment cluster around it, it was floral on top of floral, which just did not work. So I ended up going back to my stash, and then I found a Paige Evans pattern paper from, I think it's the Turn the Page collection, and it's got inspirational quotes on, and this one said the best is yet to come, and I thought, yeah, that fits, because this page is about all the things that we would under normal circumstances be able to see and able to do going to this particular venue, but these were the things that we weren't because of the social distancing situation. So the inspirational quote or whatever it is just seemed to work for this page, and it was circular. It was a circular speech bubble, so I included it. And then I found a stamp for journaling in my stash, which I wasn't even aware of beforehand, so that was quite good. This way I could just stamp the lines straight onto the pattern paper instead of using a pen and a ruler, which made life a little bit easier. And I was also able to use this stamp for the journaling card on the right hand side. So I'm just putting some washi tape down to mask up the areas I don't want the stamped image to go to, and then it's just perfect, really. That worked out really well, so that was good. And then I am going back to the embellishment clusters, and I decided to use these little leaves which I have cut out with my silhouette portrait in bulk, which I'm using this month a lot, and these are quite good because you can use them for summer or autumnal layouts, so this was perfect. And I just used these, and they just seem to create just the right contrast. They went well with the colours, but they stood out just enough to be visible. So yeah, they worked really well. And the whole layout ended up being just sort of quite a simple, minimalistic one, which is what I tend to go for with these layouts. And I did manage to find a couple of small pink flowers in the Avenue embellishment pack, which were just perfect for the page. So I added these with dimensional adhesive, and I completed the layout with just adding some ink splatters just to bring a bit of a colour to it. And that completed the layout nicely. So that's it. Thank you for visiting. Bye now.